Hi, I'm Ed Finn and welcome to the Travel Show. I'm on a fabulous food trail across Northern Ireland. In today's show, I'll travel from County Down to County Derry, visiting some amazing giant food experiences on the way. So I've just arrived at Carlingford Lough Ferry here, and I'm going to take the 20-minute crossing over to Greencastle in County Down. This is a wonderful alternative route up into Northern Ireland and a lovely scenic route into Belfast via Tullymore Forest, Killoan Distillery. You have so much to do over here. Newcastle is beautiful as well, and of course Royal County Down if you like golf. This is a really nice way to exit and to start my week and my fabulous food trail into Northern Ireland. So I've just arrived at Tracey's Farmhouse kitchen here in Ballymoran Bay in beautiful Strangford Lough in lovely County Down on the Mourne coastal route, and I'm going to do something very interesting today: paddle and pizza. Joe, how are you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see
How are you?
Great.
So,
I've always wanted to do stand-up, but now I didn't think I'd do it on a paddleboard.
well, believe me, it's going to be the easiest thing you do today. There you go. That should fit you.
This is extra large, Joe, I hope.
Well,
is it?
no, just a large. No, you're not that bad. And there's the secret ingredient.
Great.
If you drop a little bit of talcum powder down the legs, it'll help get on a lot easier.
My granny always told me to do that.
That's it.
Good man.
And if you want to go in the change room there, Ed, and then
Great,
we'll
Joe.
get you going.
Thanks a million. Okay. I feel like Spider-Man, Joe.
No,
I'm ready for action.
You certainly look the part, Ed.
Really good.
Okay, Ed, so if I can ask you to throw an arm over there
Great.
and grab that handle, and if you take that on down to the water,
Great.
I've got your paddle, and then I'll follow you down and we'll get
Brilliant.
started.
So that's great, Joe. So it's literally just a few
Just
yards
a
down
few
the
yards
road.
down to the
That's
shore.
handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
No, you don't have to go too far with a board under your arm, yeah.
This place, Joe, is absolutely stunning here in Ballymoran Bay, isn't it? Look at that view. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. We've got a resident seal
Wow.
in the bay.
Fantastic.
We might be lucky enough to see it today. Whether it wants to come and show itself, I'm not sure.
And did you fall in love with this place here the first time you saw it?
Yeah, well, I lived in Belfast, myself and Tracey, and then as soon as I found this place here, there was no way we were going to go anywhere else, you know.
Yeah,
it's
I
just,
can
it's
see
just
why.
lovely, you know.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I'm very excited about getting on the paddle boat. The weather's gorgeous and I do love the water, so hopefully I won't drown or fall in too many times. So looking forward to this experience.
How was that, Ed? Did you enjoy it?
That was fantastic. I must say that was really, really nice. It's really, they're actually really easy to use.
I did promise you it'd be easy. didn't I?
Lovely, yeah. I really enjoyed that.
Good.
Tracey, how are you?
Good to see you, Ed.
So
Welcome.
good to be here.
Welcome.
Wow, the quintessential farmhouse. I love it.
Well, it's very lived in, I can tell you for sure.
Wow, Tracey, this looks very impressive altogether. As I said, I feel like I'm in Naples or something. This is great. Great. So you were telling me that your father opened the first pizza restaurant in Ballymena.
He did, Ed, gosh, way back in the 70s. And to be honest, people from that part of the world didn't even know what pizzas were, really, you know.
And he wasn't Italian or anything, no?
No, he's from Ballymena.
So you've inherited the craft of making delicious pizza. Well, I tell you, I'm starving after that paddleboarding, Tracey. So
Well,
I'm really looking forward to
Hopefully
this now, I can
doesn't
tell you.
disappoint, you know.
Yeah,
Ed.
and this is really fast food, isn't it? I mean,
This is
literally like 90 seconds.
Literally, honestly, from me putting it in the oven 90 seconds later.
this is
Now,
the way.
the shape could be very strange, but that's kind of the homemade side of it. We call that rustic. you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. Authentic.
Authentic
Yeah,
is exactly.
brilliant.
So,
We're doing a vegetarian today, are we?
so we're doing a vegetarian,
Cool.
whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
With some basil oil. That's our own wee kind of,
Oh, gorgeous.
we feel a USP.
That's
but-
basil oil and pesto.
And then I'm just going to set it into the oven, and
Wonderful. Wow.
in literally about 90 seconds, well, less than that, it'll be ready to turn. We do pizzas, but we do like roast dinners and all sorts in there because it's perfect for it, you know. So
The secret is the dough, isn't it? That's
is the
secret.
dough,
Yeah.
and you know, we normally do the dough probably about 24 hours before. But anyway, so there it is.
Oh, that looks fantastic. Wow.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And then we just cut that up and it's ready to go.
Well, I've just had the most fabulous day today doing paddle and pizza here in Tracey's Farmhouse kitchen. Wonderful day with Joe and Tracey, and it really is a beautiful part of the world. And what a lovely experience out on the lake with the paddle boarding and on the sea, and then this gorgeous, delicious pizza. And it really is a lovely way to spend a unique afternoon. So here I am on the Mourne coastal route in County Down, and I'm now going in to meet Shane and Dorothy from Neary Nogs chocolate makers, and they're the only bean to bar chocolatiers here in Northern Ireland. Shane, Dorothy, how are you? Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet
the
you.
Neary Nogs. You're the only bean to bar chocolate maker here in Northern Ireland and maybe even Ireland.
What bean to bar is basically we just import cocoa beans. We work very closely with the farmers, so we just deal directly with the farmers and then manufacture all the chocolate here.
Neary Nog, very interesting name. Where did the name come from?
Yeah, so our family name is Neary. My dad used to write these children's stories about a group of kids called the Neary Nogs, and he got the Nogs part from a Gaelic word Tierna Nog, which means the land of the young and the eternally youthful. So it's like a Narnia kind of place.
So if we eat your chocolate, we're going to live forever, are we, Shane? Yeah.
Well,
right.
yes, there's no guarantees, but it won't hurt you as much as regular chocolate, you know. Every week people can book a tour at our website where they can come in and we can show them all around how to make chocolate, and they do a chocolate tasting session.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great, guys. Well, I'm excited about this. I always like to start off the morning with a nice bit of chocolate.
Yeah.
So I've just arrived on Skettrick Island, which is this beautiful location here in County Down, right next to the famous Skettrick Castle, which was a massive fortress built here in the Middle Ages. This is a lovely restaurant, very popular with the locals, great for seafood. And I'm going to head in now and meet head chef Gordy, and he's going to cook me some of his specialities. Lovely to meet you, Gordy. This is an amazing location here. And Daft Eddy was a smuggler, is that right?
So that's where the name came from.
Wonderful. So you're going to cook some food for me to smuggle out tonight, are you?
Hopefully.
Great stuff.
I think I'll do some fish, some maybe pan roasted cod.
Wonderful. Great. I'm starving. As I was sitting here in Daft Eddy's, taking in the relaxing, tranquil scenery, Gordy arrived with one of the best cooked, delicious fillets of cod that I've ever tasted. I really enjoyed my evening on Little Skettrick Island, watching the sun go down over Strangford Lough. Ballycastle is a pretty and popular seaside town on County Antrim's northern coast, but it's the location that gives it that X factor. Only an hour's drive from Belfast, it's the perfect base for exploring the stunning Causeway coastal route. I had heard about a famous little bakery here that makes the best pastries in Northern Ireland. Ciara, it's so lovely to meet you, and it's great to be back in Ballycastle again. Of course, the gateway up here to the beautiful North Antrim Coast and Rathlin Island. Now, I've heard that you have the best pastries in Northern Ireland. You said to me Ireland and Europe, right? But anyway, now today you're going to show us some of your amazing bread and this gorgeous pastry. So tell me, what have we got here now on the table?
So we specialise in sourdough, which this is, and this is our Farrah loaf, which is a mixture of white, rye and wholemeal flour. We have a croissant here, and it's made with lots of butter and laminated
and
pastry.
it's got this gorgeous shine or glaze on it. It looks great.
Yeah.
Seriously delicious.
Very nice. I've had to try and cut down on those myself.
Yeah, I don't think you eat too much of them. Too many.
And then this one it's sort of one of our signature bakes, which is a friand, and it's a kind of Antipodean sweet thing that we were inspired by our travels in New Zealand. And so this is a little cake that they would have had in lots of the cafes there, but different in every cafe. So we try and change ours throughout the season. And at the minute, this one's blackberry because it's foraged blackberries from the hedgerows around the glen. We try and use as much as possible because we all like to help each other and just show that we're the best. Rather than fighting. Do you want to try a piece of bread too? Go on then.
So sure. Wow.
Yeah.
I must say, that's one of the best breads I've ever had. That is delicious.
So much. Okay, welcome to the bakehouse.
Great.
Hey,
Ciara.
Sarah and Andrew are starting here on the bread, and
Wow.
it gets like it's a 3-day process, so a lot of work goes into it. So
Amazing.
these are all the ones that they've done already, shaped here. And
Oh,
our mixer that
beautiful.
we use. Romilly and Julie here are all on the sweet
Hi,
bake this
how are
morning.
ya?
So we've got some lovely choux pastry here. Julie's going to use
beautiful.
some blackberries, I think, and apple to fill those today with cream. And then over
Brilliant.
here we have our bread oven. Everybody says this is where the magic happens.
Yeah,
They're not
it
wrong.
is indeed.
Yeah.
Derry boasts the only completely walled city on the island of Ireland and is full of history and hidden treasures. The modern day city is a vibrant place to visit, full of great pubs and places to eat, authentic live music, warm friendly people and great crack. Continuing my fabulous food trail across Northern Ireland, I had booked a spot of lunch with Ray Moran at one of Derry's finest eateries.
Welcome to Southern Start, Ed.
Ray, lovely to meet you. How are you? Gorgeous.
Good.
This is a little hidden jewel here in the craft village in Derry. Beautiful.
Yeah, right in the heart of the craft village, right in the city centre, on the wall. So it is very central to everything that you need to do when you're here.
What you do here is very interesting. Independent, family-run business, and everything is so sourced locally, isn't it?
We take. I've always taken a great belief in sourcing local, Ed, supporting the local families, the local producers that like me get up in the mornings and go make what they have to make. So if in return I could show the visitor what the city has to offer, then I'm there with bells on, you know what I mean?
And I mean, I was looking at your menu there, really interesting. Can you just give us an idea, like what are your specialities here? I know seafood, of course, is one of your areas.
You're surrounded just in the middle of the wild Atlantic Way in the north coast. We're in no better position to get the best of seafood. We have a couple of really good fishmongers who go to the markets and we grab what's there. So we don't write the menu, the sales write our menu. But now this time of year, we've gone on there slow braising, we've gone on there our lesser known cuts of beef, cuts of lamb, things like that. So we would braise it overnight. But what that also enables us to do is bring it in at a family orientated price where it's not going to cost you a lot now to eat out.
Yeah, amazing. And I mean, as I said, the quality, it really hits you. And everywhere we've been, it's just, I mean, the fish, the quality, it's phenomenal,
Fish
really.
is unbelievable. The grass-fed beef is unbelievable. The butcher I use at the minute is from Fontana in County Tyrone, and he's a world champion. So one of our biggest things that we got this year was he made me a burger from his trial-aged beef, and I put on extra fat. He's used the fat from his beef. And that comes in at that's specially made for us, but that comes in at a reasonable price, which I can pass on to the family then as well when they come in.
The city here, the walled city of Derry, so unique, right? There was I was up at a lovely brewery. They've just opened the tap house up there. I was having the local cider this morning it's incredible. I was completely blown away by the variety now and what's going on.
It's not even local anymore. The city centre and the people within the city centre, they're all Derry born and bred. And it's now a world-class product that's being offered from Bishopsgate Hotel straight down the whole way through the city centre. You've pinpoint, and they're like me. They're born and bred Derry people who believe in the city and have put themselves out there to produce the best thing that visitors can accommodate.
And soda and starch, where does the name come from?
Soda for the bread and starch for the potatoes.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Ray, it's a pleasure to meet you. And
too.
we've heard all about the Derry Girls. It's lovely to meet a born and bred Derry boy. So thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thanks.
I was off to meet another local Derry boy, Fergal Doherty, who has launched the Derry Girls food tour. His motto says, arrive with an empty stomach, leave with a belly full of laughs. Well, Fergal, I think we're in a good spot here, right?
We are indeed one of the most famous murals now since the Derry Girls.
Yeah, and it's become such a phenomenon, of course. Now, your food tour, right, has become another phenomenon up here. Tell us just when people come up, what's included on your tour, the mix.
You know, I think it's important on a food tour is to kind of, as I said before, to get all the flavourings that the city has to offer, and that includes producers and some of the most famous chefs here. But it is about the food.
I mean, it always hits me, the friendliness of the people, I think, because where you're located here, I think you're genuinely happy to see people coming up to visit, and the value for money is amazing.
Of course, people ask me, you know, will I have my belly filled on this tour? Of course, this is a food tour, you know.
Oh, I know all about that.
Don't God know.
So listen, we'll continue on anyway, and we might get another small bit of food, you know, because I mean, I don't think I'm hungry, but I'd love to try something else. Now, it's been quite some time since a show grabbed the attention of the viewing public, quite like Derry Girls. In episode 4, season 1, Granda is asked that unforgettable question, What were you doing walking up Pump Street with the cream horn? Today, the cream horn has become an integral part of any Derry food tour. And Fergal was taking me off to O'Doherty's Bakery to fill my very own cream horn.
So Ed, first of all, we've got a hollow horn here.
Okay.
And we have to put some jam in, and put jam to the high side, as you can see. Then you take the bag, and we've already put out all the air so it doesn't splurt, and you squeeze that in like so. Very important part at the end here, Ed. We have to put in the icing sugar. So it's just as simple as a little tap over the top, decorating it, giving it that little bit more sweetness to it.
Beautiful.
Lisa McGee from the Derry Girls did say that you have to eat from the thin side, not from the fat side. So
Yeah.
cheers,
Okay.
cheers, cheers. I didn't get any cream. Did you get cream?
No.
Keep going, keep going.
Lisa doesn't know anything about cream horns, basically.
Good. You got some cream?
Yeah. Finally.
Really good.
Wow. Yummy.
So you like it? You need a cup of tea or a cup of coffee with that, just to wash it down.
This morning I'm here in the lovely St. Colum's Park in County Derry, and I'm off to meet Emily from Emily's Lo and Slo food truck. We're going to do some foraging, and then Emily's going to show me all the wonderful food that she prepares here with the influences of the local area. So Emily, I mean, you're a great believer in the power of food to heal.
Yeah, absolutely. So we believe that society is overstressed and undernourished, and that food has the power to heal society. So what we do is that we want people to eat together, to connect people to people, people to food, and that breeds a stronger bond of trust between people than if they just simply were watching a meal being prepared. So we go in, we forage, we get our ingredients, we come back here, pull out our barbecue grill, we cook together, and then we eat together.
Fantastic. Well, I've the phone away. I'm ready to go.
Good.
Digital detox.
We're going to do a green
Foraging.
pause.
Great stuff.
Here we go.
So this is beautiful here, Emily.
Yeah, the walled garden here at St. Colum's Park House is just
Amazing.
beautiful, and there's a lot of history and heritage in it as well. This was the original walled garden for St. Colum's Park House when it was occupied.
Now these I've had these sort of deep fried before
Yeah.
in restaurants, and they're delicious.
They are
so
delicious.
how do you prepare them?
We can put them on a little bit of a salad here today. We'll be using them. Have you ever seen this flower before?
Ah, I certainly have. That's a nasturtium.
It is a nasturtium.
Yeah, you see?
It is a
Look at me.
nasturtium. And these you'll find in planters, in bouquets, growing out
Yeah,
wild.
and you can eat these, right?
Have you ever had one?
Not really,
Right, I'm
but
gonna,
I know I've been told you can eat them. I've
I'm
seen
gonna
them in
give you the
salads.
leaf.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
what I
interesting
say.
flavour, isn't
Yep.
it?
Yep, there's a good bit of pepper in them. It's
Yeah,
a bit of
yeah.
a spongy, spinachy leaf.
That's the
almost.
first time I ever had a nasturtium leaf.
They're beautiful.
So how did you become so knowledgeable about all? You've studied all these plants and everything. It's
I'm
great.
just really curious, and I'm really hungry all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So I
and-
like to eat,
Wonderful.
and I love people. So it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of the perfect
Yes,
mix.
Absolutely. That's great. Well, this is fascinating. And they're
Yeah.
all done on raised beds here as
Yes.
well, which is very clever, isn't it?
This
yeah.
is very public friendly at the moment,
Mm.
but we're gonna go and get a little bit more wild.
Yeah.
So are you ready for
Good.
that one?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Let's go.
I used to remember, I see the blackberries there. My granny was great for making blackberry jam.
Hey, they're great, aren't they?
Yeah, I used to go picking the blackberries with her, and I love it there. It brings me back.
We're
Great.
gonna go find one more
Yeah.
kind of sneaky thing.
Okay, great.
It's something that you'll probably have seen in your garden all the time. You'll maybe mow over it or dig it out. But it's surprising, it's nutritious, and it's super, super tasty. So a lot of people would see this in their garden. It looks just like clover. So this is wood sorrel.
Ah, yes, I've heard of sorrel, yeah.
Tried it. It's one of my favorites, so I can't help myself.
Oh, wow, it's sweet.
It is.
Gorgeous.
There's a couple different flavors in there, isn't it? It's citrusy, it's appley, it's tart. It's just beautiful.
So, Emmett, what have we got here now?
Essentially, we have char-grilled chicken that's been marinated in our own vinegar mop. We have wood sorrel, nasturtium, braised pears in our vinegar mop, balsam honey, which I have here, which is also locally produced.
This is the Michelin star of food truck food, I think, Emmett, is it?
Well,
This is a whole new level for me. completely.
hopefully it's something different.
Amazing. Wow. I mean, this is mouth-watering stuff here. Emmett, that looks incredible. Oh my goodness. Delicious. Gourmet truck food.
I hope you like it.
You
So-
did half the work.
Emily, look at this. It's a hard job. I mean, the pear and the chicken and the mix, so unusual.
Yeah, and then with all of our local foraged ingredients, it's truly a local meal. So we're gonna give you a little bit to wash this all down.
Wow, that is so good.
Here you go.
Well, Emily, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Foraging, collecting all my own food today
Yes,
and turning it into this creation now, of course, with Emma's help.
yes.
But that is really, what a fantastic experience. I loved it. Thanks so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you for coming.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous as well. I had a call from Donal at Harry's Shack in Portstewart to tell me that the fish were in. I drove along the stunning coastal route to Portstewart, passing the iconic Mussenden Temple. Donal, it's lovely to meet you. How are you doing?
You're welcome to Harry's Shack here in Portstewart.
Absolutely. Now, I have heard so much about Harry's Shack over the last few years. I mean, you're open how long? 8 years?
Just over 8 years, actually, yeah. We celebrated our birthday there just last month, and I mean, what a location.
And today, with the sun shining, I mean, you see people in here enjoying themselves, the food, amazing, gorgeous.
Sun shining, local boats just landed, fish straight onto menus.
And of course, Portstewart it's the quintessential seaside holiday, really, isn't it?
It really has everything. And now we're attracting people not just from all over Ireland, but literally all over the world. It's just fabulous.
So now, today, right, I'm going to have one of your really nice fish and chips.
You're going to have a really nice bit of fish. So Eddy, up for a famous pint of Shacked IPA.
Wow, local.
Local, made by a little brewery called Akata, especially for us. It's a tasty, citrusy IPA. Goes perfectly well with the fresh fish, and it's light too, to make sure they don't knock you out. Now, Ed, you're in for a treat here. It's a whole brill cooked on the bone for extra flavour, and some nice local potatoes to go with it.
I'm delighted I made it to Harry's Shack, and it doesn't get much better than this.
Enjoy.
Thanks a million. Join me next time when I'll be continuing my fabulous food trail, embracing the giant taste of Northern Ireland. From Portstewart to Balahi, from the island town of Enniskillen in Fermanagh to the cathedral city of Armagh, before finally enjoying the culinary delights of Belfast in St. George's Market.